My name is Martin. I have been studying charisma and communication skills for 3 years straight, and in today's video I'm going to expose the 5 most important strategies how you can become 10, you know what, not even 10, 50 times more confident than you already are right now. And you know what is actually funny? 99% of these stupid dumbass people already clicked on this video, but because you are still here, you're gonna acquire the top tier secret unfair advantage when it comes to charisma, and not like all of these stupid people, because I know that you are different. And just for you to know that I'm a trustable source, I have 30 friends at my local gym, I have a 12-year-old friendship with my best friend, and I have a 1-year-old relationship with my girlfriend with 0 arguments. The first reason why people are not confident these days is not because they are depressed, it's not because of this external value, it's just because they are not prepared enough. And I'm gonna give you a simple analogy how you can understand this. Imagine we have 2 boxers. One boxer is on this side and the other is on this side. This first boxer is going to have a fight in the next 1 month. And he says to himself, okay, I'm gonna train once every week. See, that's 4 training sessions until his fight will come. But let's add another boxer. This boxer will train every single day. He has the exact same fight in 1 month, but this guy decides to train every single day throughout that 1 month. That is 30 training sessions in total. Meanwhile, this guy is at only 4 training sessions. And tell me, on which one of these boxers would you like to bet on? On the guy who is doing just 4 sessions, or on the guy who is doing 30 per month? Of course, on the guy who is doing more preparation. That's the same thing when it comes to confidence. Once you will get to experience tough and hard situations, you will naturally become 10, 20 million times more confident than you already are. And how can we achieve this? Is to go through tough conversations. For example, that topic that you don't want to go to university when talking to your parents, or maybe you want to quit your job because you don't like it and you are afraid about what the boss is gonna think about you. Those types of conversations will toughen you, and they will make you a much more confident human being because you experienced all of them. Imagine this boxer, and because he only has 4 training sessions per month, he will train attacking. But meanwhile, this other guy who has 30 sessions, 1 entire week he will dedicate to attacking, 1 entire week he will dedicate to defense, other he will dedicate to offense, and the last one he will dedicate to dodging. See? That's how we improve our confidence. We first get that experience through quantity. That's the first thing. I studied charisma and confidence for 3 years straight, so that's why I had to go out there and talk to people that I really didn't want to talk to. Some random guy on the street, and I just needed to approach him and strike up a conversation with him because I needed to get that repetition in tank. But then after 25 or 50 cold approaches, you look at it, oh, that is a easy skill because you desensitize it. So figure out your problem in confidence. Are you afraid of public speaking? Are you afraid of approaching girls? And once you figure out this feeling for yourself, then you have to desensitize this. That is the easiest way how to become more confident. Because imagine if your neighbor's house suddenly went on fire. Are you immediately gonna go, oh, let me save everyone? No, because you were not in that situation. You gotta call the fire department and you gotta call the firemen, right? Because they have been in the situation multiple millions of times already. So they know how to handle that situation. That's why, imagine if you were a fireman and suddenly your neighbor's house is gonna call on fire. You will tell your family, so they will call the fire department. Meanwhile, you charge at that house because you were already in that situation. And you know what is about to happen when you go there. You know that you have to wear this mask. You know how to breathe like this. And you genuinely know what to do. So that's the first thing, the quantity. And the second thing is the quality. How do we approach the situations that we get into? Because yes, of course, you can make millions of cold approaches and trying to get women, but if you don't improve anything or you have no strategy when going into that conversation, you probably not gonna end up really well. But people who know how to be charming in that conversation, they know how to say proper things, that's when they will succeed, because they first of all have the quantity, and second of all, they have the quality, they have the tactics, they have the one-liners, they have the jokes. For example, I have one friend, his name is YZ, and he is teaching people social skills, and he's every single day going into conversations, and then he's analyzing what he could have done differently to make that conversation go much more smoothly. And that's what you can exactly do. So remember, you are not confident because you have some biological stupid need in your brain. It's because you are not in that situation either way too many times to desensitize it, or you just don't know how to solve that specific problem. For example, let's say you fucked up something really bad, and now you are afraid to apologize to the other person. Why are you afraid? Because you don't know how to apologize properly. See, it is the technical issue. That's why we need to first of all do the quantity and then the quality and gradually improve, and that's how we will become much more confident, like the fireman that can charge immediately into that burning house. After we cover the quantity and the quality, let's move to trusting yourself. Because tell me, if you were to tell yourself, I will go into the gym at 9 p.m. on Wednesday, will you do that? There is a honest question for you. If you will tell yourself, I'm not gonna eat junk food for 1 month straight, will you follow up on that promise? And sadly for the most people, the answer is no. They will go one day, okay, good, second day, and oh, I've fallen off the third day, let's now eat junk food. See? If you don't follow up on your promises, you cannot expect to be confident in front of other people, because you internally know that you cannot be trusted because you don't follow up on your promises. So the simple solution to the second point is to just go and be, first of all, honest to yourself. If you want to go to the gym and you will fulfill on that promise, naturally you're gonna think of yourself as a much more competent, and this aura of competence, this energy will be displayed to other people around you, and they will suddenly sense this weird feeling that, oh, this person is really competent, and naturally you're gonna carry yourself differently. Naturally you're gonna speak in a much more confident way when you will follow up on your promises, and that's gonna give you a huge unfair advantage, because a lot of these people want to master confidence in these top 5 tricks and tips, but it's not about tricks and tips. This is about a long-term thing, and it might not sound cool, it might not sound easy. Do this top 5 tricks and tips, but it is actually how you will retain a long life confidence. You don't have to fake it every single time. You just go out into the world and you will naturally know that you are confident, because you realize that you know how to trust yourself. And the best solution I can give to you when it comes to this problem is to go small. Just say to yourself, I will not smoke for 1 day. Can you do that? Can you not smoke for 1 day? Can you not eat junk food for 1 day? Can you not watch porn for 1 day? Can you go into the gym just once? If the answer is yes, then you will naturally find it easy. And you'll be surprised, like, whoa, this was easy. I can do also second time and third, boom, boom, boom. And suddenly you are going 5 times per week in the gym. See? You first start small, and then you will gradually improve. And that's how you will become confident in the long run. Not like all these people who want cheap tricks and tips. You will become charismatic in the long run, and that is the most important things when it comes to your confidence. And because you got this far, I have a very special surprise for you. I have created a free charisma calculator where you will type numbers into the calculator and it will show you how charismatic you truly are. So if you want the charisma calculator, just message me on Instagram. It's completely free, and right when you message me, I'm gonna send it to you right now. Now that we've covered trusting yourself, it's now very important we talk about judging others, because they will say things like, that guy is so fat, that guy is not even hot and he's with that beautiful girl, why is this guy so stupid, blah 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 blah, and they'll point their finger on so many people, but never on themselves. And that's when they will realize that they have crazy chronic social anxiety, and they are no confident whatsoever. That's why the part of the unfair advantage when it comes to confidence is to stop judging others first, because you think that people are gonna be like, oh, they are rating this little hair I have on my hair, see this, they're rating this hair on my head. They don't care. None of them give a shit. Everyone is here to see if you are a capable and a charismatic, funny human being. They are not gonna be rating one of those big pimples you have on your forehead, because they would rather have fun with you. They would rather see how knowledgeable you are instead of them judging you. And if you judge other people, naturally your mind is gonna think that they are judging you because you are judging them. And the best cure I can give you for this is to, whenever you will try to judge other people ever again, instead of judging them, reframe it in the positive light. Like I have previously said, when you see that fat guy, you will, instead of saying, oh, he is so fat, you will say, I hope he will lose some weight. I hope he will get disciplined in the gym. And when you see that unattractive guy with that very attractive girl, you will say, yeah, he must be really charismatic so he would acquire such a beautiful girl. I wish him all the best. I hope he will get married with her. See the difference in the language? In the first one, you are jealous. But here, you are wishing them the best. And that's how I acquired my wife. When I saw a couple in a bus, I never was like, oh, I hope they will break up. They shouldn't hug in the bus. That's inappropriate. I was not like any of these middle-aged dumbasses who are saying, dude, listen, bro, you shouldn't do that in the bus. Just be happy for them. Who hurt you? Who hurt you so badly in your childhood that now that you have to say to other people that you shouldn't do this in a bus? Just be happy for them. Who cares? So if you reframe your language in the more positive and kill the jealous, stupid mindset, that's when you will become 10, 20 times more charismatic, and you will acquire even more percent of that unfair advantage when it comes to confidence. And after we covered judging others, it's time to move to other people. Rejection is actually not real. Because let me give you an analogy so we can understand this better. Imagine you being onto a stage and you are just talking to 20 people. Not a lot of people, but there is a really big chance that one of these people had a really bad day that day, and he will be grumpy. He will be crossing his arms and he won't be paying no attention on your presentation. And why would you care about a person like that? I have to be honest, we humans are validation-seeking creatures. But when you are displayed to so many people throughout your entire life, and you give them your full honest self, your honest personality, your honest beliefs, and they will start screaming at you, they will start to be mad at you, and they will start to be extremely grumpy, remember, they might have a bad day. Their wife might have divorced them 12 hours ago. So you see the huge problem here. You are just showing your true, honest self. And we humans think that, oh, if we are doing something bad, if this person is grumpy, that means I have to change myself and I have to put on this mask and try to please other people. No. The best thing that you can do for yourself is to remain that honest and true version of yourself without the mask. Because that is the other person's fault that they have not accepted you. And in communication, in charisma, I don't like to put a lot of blame onto other people. But in this case, when they might have had a divorce 12 hours ago, and now they are putting their negative energy onto you, that is just not fair. You're just being happy, you're just being positive, you're just being yourself. And if this person comes up to you and puts their negative energy onto you, that is not your fault. They just had a bad day and you cannot let that get to you. And instead of focusing on these grumpy, stupid dumbasses, focus on the ones who are focusing on you. So when we go back to the example, when you are in front of this whole stage of people, you should focus on the ones who are extremely happy, on those who are smiling, on those who are nodding their heads so they are trying to comprehend your message. Focus on them and don't try to appeal to that one guy who is, no, I'm not gonna listen whatsoever. Don't try to appeal to them. Appeal to the ones who already care about you. Appeal to the charismatic people who have the good and positive energy. You don't need to convince this guy who has bad, horrible energy to be suddenly happy. You don't have to do that. Maybe he had diarrhea this morning. See, anyone can have a bad day. And if they are displaying their negative energy onto you, you cannot take that through your heart. You just cannot, because that person clearly had a bad day. So whenever someone will be mad at you, and you can feel that it's not a constructive criticism. You can feel that they are just mad, they are just trying to argue with you, they are always negative. Either they're a psychopath and they have narcissistic personality disorder, or they just had a bad day. And you have to shrug it off like that. When someone says something bad to you, oh bro, I see you are having a bad day, we can talk later. See? And you're not being mad at the other person. You're just saying, oh, I see you are having a bad day. Oh, we might talk tomorrow. You're just giving them, first of all, another chance with that sentence. And second of all, you are acknowledging their problem. And if you are incorrect that they have not had a bad day, they will then explain themselves. So if you say a sentence like, oh, I see you are having a bad day, I think we can talk tomorrow about this. See, that acknowledges, and it also gets the other person to explain themselves. So that's the solution when someone is being grumpy at you. And now I want to end this video with a final tactic that really helped me the most. Because now I have listed all of those good, important traits that confident people always have. But now let's move to something that you need to apply right now. If you are in a very bad situation, if you are feeling extremely anxious and you don't know why, that's when you will apply this simple tactic. And it's called breathing. Wow. When I hadn't had my girlfriend that I am with right now, I was trying to get girls like any other man. And I went up to this one girl in the gym. And my first attempt was horrible. It was disgusting. Right after I finished my attempt, I told myself, Martin, what was that? I was stuttering all over my words, and I was telling that girl, oh, hello, can I meet you? And I was shaking like this. But then, after I applied the breathing technique that I'm about to show you right now, my second attempt went like this. Oh, how many sets do you have on this exercise? Yeah, I see. Can I help you to pull the weight down? Much more control in that conversation, isn't it? And that's when I used my breathing method that I'm going to show you right now. The breathing method is nothing special. You just need to know that you are breathing. Because we humans, if we get scared, we tend to slow our breathing. Imagine just being 12,000 billion years ago in the Ice Age, in the Stone Age. And when a huge saber-toothed tiger is crawling to you, you hold your breath so you will not get hurt, and the saber-toothed tiger will not find you. And subconsciously, we do that when we are extremely anxious, and that's the reason why we need to consciously focus that we are breathing. When I was going to that girl on my another cold approach just to talk to her, I thought about, whoa, wait, am I breathing correctly? Am I even breathing when talking to her? And the answer was no. So then, when she was speaking, I was focusing on my breath. I know, not a good listening advice, but it helped me to then focus more on what she were to say next. And that helped me to compose myself and to understand that my breathing needs to be happening when people are speaking to me. Because when I am not breathing, that's when I become closed up. That's when I become anxious. That's when my eye contact starts jittering around the room. That's when I will a little bit stumble over my words like this. See, once you will control your breathing, that's when you will actually become much more confident, because you have nothing to fear. And it's like controlling your body. If I open up like this, I'm showing to the saber-toothed tiger, listen bro, I'm right here, come with me. For example, if I open up my body like this, that's really closely related to the breathing. That automatically makes me more confident, because if the saber-toothed tiger would be right in front of me, I'm not gonna be opening up like this, because I would be scared in that situation. But because I'm opening like this right now, that shows to me that there is nothing to fear. So you can also control your entire body, open up and breathe more, and they will naturally reduce all of the adrenaline that you have in your mind. So the best solution to here, if you are anxious, you need to think, wait, am I actually breathing, or am I just shallow breathing like a TikTok scroller? And if the answer is that, oh, I'm not breathing, breathe through your belly, not through your chest. Take a long breath to your belly. Not to your chest, to your belly, and also through your nose. That will calm you down incredibly fast. If you want some other breathing techniques, you can just Google them online. The best ones I can recommend are Wim Hof breathing method and the box breathing. You can go and search them online right now. Because you got this far into the video, I have created a very special surprise for you. As the first link in the description, if you want to become the most charismatic, the most confident version of yourself, I have created a little surprise for you right there. So if you want to see it, you can click the first link in the description and you can work with me on your charisma and on your communication skills. So if you are interested in that, first link in the description. And if you want to become so good at conversations that it feels illegal, you can click this video right here. Live a happy life. Man!